Philippines or Malaysia, which is better for retirement? Both countries have so much to offer retirees, but there are some differences to be aware of. Today I will cover topics including cost of living, retirement requirements, access to quality healthcare, infrastructure, safety, and so on. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome! My wife and I moved abroad after reaching Coast Fire and now love sharing about different budget-friendly retirement destinations. Without further ado, let's jump into the first item on our list. In both the Philippines and Malaysia, you will surely enjoy a lower and more affordable cost of living compared to Western countries such as the USA, which is where I am from. Let's take a look at cost of living rankings. The USA is within the top highest cost of living countries, coming in at number 7. The Philippines ranked 152 and Malaysia ranked just a little lower at 159. Now these rankings are based upon average costs for things like rent, food, transport, and other expenses that occur each month. In truth, the cost of living can be quite similar between these two countries, but remember that it will really depend on where you live and your lifestyle choices. Let's say you're living outside an urban area in either one of these countries. You could find yourself living comfortably around $1,000 a month for one person, but living in major cities can make expenses go up a few $100s or even more. My wife and I found that Penang was overall very affordable. Then, when we went to KL, Kuala Lumpur, we noticed the prices were about double for street food. So, location is a big factor. Another example is that the prices in Cebu City in the Philippines are overall going to be less than a major city such as Manila. But again, it really depends on the city and lifestyle. Now I'm curious, please comment below and let me know if you think Malaysia or the Philippines is overall more expensive. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Let's touch on retirement requirements. In the Philippines, retirement requirements tend to be easy compared to other countries. The retirement visa is called Special Resident Retirees Visa, or SRRV. The basic requirements are that you must be 50 years old with a pension, and that can refer to most sources of income, which is awesome, right? And be financially able to support yourself and dependents, and no criminal record. And with this retirement visa, your overseas pension or income earned overseas will not be taxed. Let's say you're under the age of 50, such as myself. There are still other options to stay in the Philippines. Let me know if you like a video going into this in more detail. Now on to Malaysia. The requirements for the long-term MM2H or Malaysia My Second Home visa became much more difficult and has had some recent updates. Let's take a look now together at how it has changed. The monthly income requirement increased from 10,000 a month to 40,000 Malaysian ringgit. We can see that's roughly 9,500 USD. Proof of having 1.5 million in liquid assets. The fixed deposit also increased to 1 million Malaysian ringgit. But there have been some recent changes as of December 2023, and now there are 3 categories: silver, gold, and platinum. This is a very nice visual representation. We can see the changes that happened most recently and the category breakdowns from silver, gold, platinum, the fixed deposit amounts, visa duration, etc. I will continue checking for updates and make sure to keep you posted. So if you'd like to see a video with updates to come in the future, make sure to subscribe to not miss out. Next, let's talk about an extremely important topic for retirees, which is access to quality healthcare. Now let's take a look at each country's health score. The health score or index measures certain metrics such as access to necessary services, health systems, risk factors, mortality rates, etc. Malaysia is ranked best at 77.3, USA is behind them at 73.3, and the Philippines at 70.1. We can see that both the Philippines and Malaysia have very competent medical staff and are quite similar according to the categories in this chart. But it's important to remember that you will most likely still want to visit a large city and find a renowned hospital if you experience odd illnesses or symptoms. In Malaysia, you will find public and private healthcare options, but public will oftentimes be 5 to 10 times cheaper than private. Keep in mind it's still much more affordable than in the US though. The Philippines have some of the best trained medical staff, especially in major cities. You'll find access to high quality healthcare. Some of the top hospitals include St. Luke's Medical Center and the Medical City. In addition to traditional medicine, there are also other natural remedies that can be tried, such as herbal medicine in both countries. Overall, in terms of infrastructure, I would say that Malaysia comes out as the winner, but big and modern cities such as Manila are robust too. And of course, in rural areas, you'll see areas that need improvement, and that goes for both countries. For example, I noticed that many roads in the Philippines, especially in rural areas, can be quite bumpy and in need of repair. In KL, there is a vast public transportation system that contains MRT, LRT, monorail, commuter trains, buses, and an airport train. You'll also find great international airports in both countries, which will make traveling to other countries and finding new adventures so easy. On to safety. According to the Global Peace Index, Malaysia falls into the top 20. It's also known for their political stability, low crime rates, and friendly locals, making it a favorable retirement location. The Philippines, on the other hand, fell down to the 115th place on the Global Peace Index, both of which are ranked safer than the USA. While in the Philippines, my wife and I noticed there were many police officers and security guards. For example, it's common to see them at entrances to malls to check bags and even restaurants and other stores. We didn't feel unsafe though in each country. Penang in Malaysia felt extremely safe, and many say that Davao is the safest city in the Philippines. Let me know your thoughts about safety in each country in the comment section below. Next up is climate and scenery. In both the Philippines and Malaysia, you'll have options to experience city, downtown life, or chill, relaxing life in nature. Here we can see that you can enjoy the tropic climate zone. The annual values between the two countries are actually very similar. Just look at the daytime maximum temperatures, number of rainy days, and so on. But I must say here that the nature in the Philippines is very appealing for those looking to retire in nature. The white sandy beaches, so many beautiful islands, over 7,600 islands actually. There are many famous diving sites and many other adventures awaiting. Malaysia certainly has their fair share of scenic places too, lush rainforests, and my wife and I really enjoyed the laid-back feeling in Penang. Retiring and living in an area with lots of sunshine will boost serotonin levels, which helps improve mood and increase feelings of wellness and focus. Ultimately, you'll really need to get out there and visit each country to get a feel of what best suits your preferences. Next up, the people and communication. The Philippines' official second language is English, so it's widely spoken there. The people are also known as very hospitable and friendly. One of my great friends is Filipino, and I've always admired him for his loyalty and sincerity. While in the Philippines, I had a fun time talking with the locals in English. You'll surely be able to communicate too and build lasting relationships during retirement. In Malaysia, there is a rich mix of cultures with the main ethnicities including Malay, Chinese, Indian, and European. This means that there are many festivals, around 300 a year actually, making living in Malaysia very fun and interesting. English is also widely spoken there, but especially in main cities. I found Malaysia particularly fun because many people speak Mandarin Chinese there, so I could talk to them in Chinese as well. Now this mix of cultures leads us into the next topic, the food. As a retiree in Malaysia, you'll be able to experience an array of different foods including Malay, Indian, and Chinese foods. We really enjoyed the flavors and foods we had in Malaysia. Thinking about it now, I already miss the chicken curry I had there and the delicious ice kacang, which we got multiple times. Now, although the Philippines may have a less cultural variety of foods, there's still a lot of fresh and delicious cuisines with flavors ranging from sweet to salty to sour. As for food quality, it really can vary from very healthy to seriously lacking nutrition. For example, fried foods and fried chicken is very popular in the Philippines. According to Statista, 38.5% of adults from 20 to 59 in the Philippines were diagnosed as obese or overweight, and it's about 20% in Malaysia. Fried foods are nothing new compared to the US, but it's important to make conscious decisions to choose healthy options. My wife and I tried out a lot of different foods in the Philippines, and I found it to be quite diverse, colorful, and fresh. There are also some traditional Western options such as Alfredo pasta to the more traditional Filipino food. You can also try out the famous Jollybees, which is a fast food chain started in Quezon City, Philippines, and founded in 1975. There are now over 1,500 outlets worldwide. And if you're a fan of cold desserts, you can definitely try out the Halo Halo, which has crushed ice, milk, fruit, jellies, taro balls, and more. At the end of the day, you may prefer one country over another for a variety of reasons. So the biggest recommendation I can give is to go and give it a try. Get your feet on the ground, try out the food, talk to the locals, go to the hospitals and places of leisure and fun. I truly hope that the information in this video was of use to you. If so, please subscribe and I'll see you next video.